Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible. And now I'm visible too. Yes? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your acknowledgement. All right. Great. Make the sessions interactive with your response, at least yes, no, and so in the upcoming classes as well. Okay. Today is our first day of our entire batch, wherein we are going to discuss on Java, Spring Boot, and microservices in a live class. Alongside that, am I not audible? Others kindly acknowledge. And if you have joined from the platform, sometimes there will be technical glitch. Join from this link. It will be great. All this will be discussed in a live class. Then JDBC plus servlet plus JUnit 5 plus DSA plus SQL plus Jenkins plus Docker plus Hibernate. These topics you will be given in the form of recorded. All right. These things will be happening in the form of recorded. Now, we could have done this also live, but it takes a lot of time because only for these major topics, it is taking us 6 months despite having the classes every day. So you can imagine the level of content which we are going to deliver to all of you. Okay. Now, what is the agenda for today's class? Initially, we will be discussing about the course, what will be the flow of the course, how this will be delivered to you, what is your expectations, what we will be doing it. We will have a generic perspective on how we are going to go ahead with this course. Then Naveen sir also would be joining very shortly. He'll also be discussing. I'll be starting some technical topic for the day from the scratch. And then at the end, we will be having the Q&A. That means whatever questions you have, it's a first day. Of course, we'll be having so many questions, queries, concerns, which we will be resolving it. Not just today, every day from the day one till the last day of the course, last 30 minutes is dedicated to your questions and Q&A. That means if you have any queries, we will be resolving it. That is every day, weekly 5 times, you have a time to discuss with the mentor whatever doubts you have. 5 days are okay. So that is also one of the advantage here. So initially we will set up what we'll discuss, what is your expectations, everything about the course for a few minutes, then technical discussion, and then we will go for the Q&A. Is that clear to everyone? Guys, can't hear is what I'm hearing. Please, first of all, turn on the speaker in your device. That will be great. We have Naveen sir also here. Good morning, Naveen sir.
Hey, hi, good morning. I'm just trying to set up my another machine and the Apple mouse is not working. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but when you see Apple mouse, you need to charge it. And the charging point is down. So you can't use your Apple mouse if you're just charging. This is weird. Okay, I was able to connect. So just give me a sec. I'm trying to connect from other machine.
Sure, sure, definitely. So guys, whatever question, topics which we have highlighted here will be happening in a live class. Whatever you can see here, we will be happening in the recorded format. Now, this could have also been done live, but that would have been taken us 1 year. And I don't think so anyone will be in a position to join 1 year course. The content is so huge. It will definitely take 6 months of time only for the topics which is mentioned here. Okay. And other general queries, everything starting 20 minutes when we discuss on the course, you will be getting the clarity, technical topic, and the Q&A. So the agenda for the day, day. All right, Rupan, please say. First, we will be discussing on the course and setting the expectations, what will happen, how the classes will go on. Okay. Entire course overview, which Naveen sir and me will be putting the insights. Then small technical topic to start the journey, technical topic. And then we will be moving into the Q&A. Whatever queries you have, we will be taking up the queries and we will discuss this. The Q&A journey is not only today. From today, all the days, 6 months, you have time to ask the Q&A. All right. All set, sir?
Yes, all set. As you can see, I'm charging my mouse and this is the weird stuff. Okay, so welcome everyone to the course and excited, especially getting up Friday morning. Is this Friday today? It's been a long week for me. Okay, so we are excited because this is one of the amazing course which we are doing from this is the 4th batch, I think. And in every batch, of course, when people join, there are few people who are not that excited. But as the journey progresses, they are like, this is amazing. Maybe they know Java before, but every time they learn some new concept, they feel, yeah, this is something I learned today. When they move to framework like Spring, they're like, it's all magic. But the real magic is understanding what is happening behind the magic. Okay, so they're saying my voice is not audible, is it?
Maybe those who are joining from the dashboard, they're facing the issues. Everyone is able to do that. Let me just reshare this message again to everyone. Okay.
Okay, so one person. So make sure that you're joining from Zoom. As Heather shared the link. Okay, so most of the topic which you will see here looks like a magic, but then if you understand what is happening behind the scene, that's more magical than seeing the code works. And the idea behind this type of course, where everything is live, most of the time things are live, you will be seeing those magic, especially with a magical trainer like Heather. And you will know. So people who don't have any idea who Heather is, spend some time with him. And he's like, see, normally, when we start the batch, normally I have this expectation that if someone is watching me on YouTube and then where they join this batch because they like my teaching, and after a few sessions, when I come back to the batch, Heather has taken some sessions, when I teach some topic, they're like, okay, where is Heather? So this is the power of Heather in the live classes. And you will get to know that. So let's talk about the topic. In fact, Heather already mentioned this. The course will have different topics like Java, Spring Boot, microservices, and this will go for 6 months. So imagine working on a particular technology for 6 months. And apart from the sessions, of course, we are going to spend our beautiful weekdays upgrading ourselves. And in the world of everything which is happening in the world overall, there are a lot of job issues. I'm sure you might be knowing what is happening in USA. I hope that will resolve soon. Other countries also facing issue. India looks stable this time, but let's see. I have a good hope that in future they will resolve it. But Yeah, the point is, if you are ready, so I'm not sure when everything will be sorted, but when they are sorted, are you ready to get the job? So we want to make sure that you are always ready. And there's a quote, right, which says, okay, I forgot the quote. So basically, the opportunity can knock your door anytime. Are you ready? In fact, I remember in 2015, I wanted to be a corporate trainer. So I was into software development, and I used to get some opportunities to train my juniors. YouTube was there, but then I wanted to train as well. And I wanted to train in corporate because I was getting some normal gig in classrooms and weekend. Sometime I have to go somewhere and take a session, but I wanted to take a session in corporate. And I have no idea how do we do that. So one day I talked to my senior. So I know him moving from corporate job to corporate training. And he mentioned that he got one of the opportunity way back because of one institute and something. If you want to get in, just be ready. Anytime I can give you a call and be ready for the training. And I thought I will be getting a call tomorrow or maybe a week after or maybe a month after. But it took me around 5 to 6 months. And one beautiful morning, just like today, 7 a.m., I got a call. It was Tuesday morning, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Tuesday morning, I got a call at 7 a.m. And there was a lady on the other side, and she was like, am I speaking to Naveen? I was like, yes. So we have a training, and we are looking for a trainer. And we're like, okay, I'm there. I can take the training for you. And I was expecting that the training will be after a week because she talked about a lot of different concepts for the training. And I was like, okay, there are a few concepts which I know properly. There are a few concepts I have to brush up. And there are 1, 2 concepts which are new to me. And I thought, okay, I can do the training. When is the training? I thought she'll be saying next week or after 15 days. She mentioned that the training is at 10 a.m. And it was 7 a.m. when I got the call. So the answer she was expecting is, am I in or out? Now, luckily at that point, I was ready for the training because the first 2 days, the content, I was pretty sure I can take it. The third day, afternoon concept is something I wanted to brush up. And that I can do after 2 days. So this is what I have learned is always be ready for the opportunity. It can come anytime. And there are few opportunities which I left. In fact, there was one of the opportunity I was getting for, I guess for China. And I lost the opportunity because I was not ready for the particular technology. So the training was on Spark, Apache Spark, and I was knowing Hadoop. I wanted to explore the Spark. I'm not sure how many of you know Hadoop and Spark. Basically, they are big data frameworks. I was good with Hadoop, but Spark was new to me, and the training was Spark, but it wasn't in China, and I lost the opportunity. Okay, so be ready for the opportunity. You never know from where it will knock the door. And by doing this course, you are getting ready for the opportunity. Now, what's the best way of doing this course? Of course, by the way, from where you are attending this session? So like Heather and me, we are from Bangalore, India. What's your location? Okay, USA, Pune, Dehradun, Hyderabad, USA, Canada, Chennai, Lusaka. Where is Lusaka? Not sure. Canada, USA, Chicago. Okay, most of them are from outside India. Okay, looks good. Canada.
I think in USA, Canada, it is evening, 8, 9 p.m. or something around.
Pakistan, USA, Malaysia, Rajahmundry. Okay. Lusaka is in Zambia, Okay.
Those who are in India, we know your current time zone. Maybe people are attending outside the India. Let us know maybe if you have what is the time you're attending? What is your local time in that area you're attending these classes?
Yeah. So Pawan says 8. Is it 8 p.m.? I'm assuming it is 8 p.m.
Okay.
Okay,
8:30
cool.
to 9:30.
Yeah, that's the average time. Okay, so the question is, what's the best way of doing this course? Of course, depend upon your time zone. Okay, I can see Basi, 2:30 a.m. in Nigeria. Okay, that's harsh. Uh, all the best. I hope you're taking in coffees and staying awake. So one of the best way to use this course is first, make sure that you attend live classes. See, if you can also watch the recording, there's no harm in that. The problem is in live, it's a bit magical. I can't explain it because when you watch a recording, you don't have patience because you know that this thing has already happened. But when you attend live, you know that the trainer is actually talking live. And trust me, we are talking live. It's not a recorded session which you're watching. And it's a different feel when you attend live. But then only attending sessions will take you nowhere. It's like watching a live cricket match. You know, I watch every match. Let's say big fan of Kohli, I'm not sure how many of you watch cricket, but big fan of Virat Kohli, big fan of Rohit Sharma. But if I watch them playing for, let's say, 10 hours a day, it will not make me a good cricketer. I still have to go on ground and play the shots. And I have to grind. It's not like I will go there for a day and I'm expecting I will hit a 6 or a 4 on the first ball. No, I might get bouncers. I might get like I don't know how many of you know the cricket terms, but it will be difficult for me to play at the start. I have to get used to it. Just stay there on the pitch, face the balls. And the more you are there, the more you will learn how to play proper shots. This is what you have to do in this particular training. So after the session, of course, when you attend the session, you know the concepts, but after that, you have to make sure that you practice it. And if you don't practice, it's of no use. Now, the thing which we are teaching in a class, as a programmer, you need to have your own style. Everyone has a different style of writing code. So pick up your own style. Pick up the feature which you want to add and add that feature by yourself, any extra code. And with this, we'll be also working on a side project. And I will introduce you to the project once we complete or once we are near at the end of Java. And once we complete Java, then once we start with Spring, we'll start with the coding for that project. So parallelly, you'll be also working on the project. But in CodeJava also, we'll be having some small projects so that you can get to know how do you build a project? How do you think? How do you solve a problem? So those are the things we will talk about. Osama says, will this session can be in Hindi also if students know the language? See, we want to launch Hindi batches because there is a huge demand. It's just that the time crunch, we don't have enough time to take another batch. So the demand for English was more than Hindi, and that's why we are going for English. And using English, we can target the international audience. That was the main idea. But yes, we want to take Hindi course as well, Hindi live batch as well. But in future, not in this particular batch. So that will be a separate batch. Okay, so Heather will give you the course introduction, how the course will look like, what are the topics we'll go through. And I can see on the screen, Heather already started talking about it. What I want from you is every time you learn a concept, make sure that you practice it, but also try to teach the concept to someone else. You know, nowadays I'm preaching this everywhere. In fact, in my recent TEDx talk, I've talked about this. Don't just learn. If you're just learning things, it's of no use. Implement it. But still, if you're implementing it, you're basically learning 50%. So only attending class is like 10% knowledge or 15% knowledge. But if you implement, you get 50% knowledge. What if you want to get more knowledge? In that case, you have to teach. Maybe write an article. You know, when you write about particular topic, your sixth sense arises and it's like, okay, so let's talk about this, let's talk about that. So let's say if you learned about OOPS concept today, after the session, just write an article on OOPS or any other concept. And where you will push this article, anywhere where you want. Maybe you can write a Medium article. Maybe you can write on Reddit. Maybe you can write on LinkedIn. Doesn't matter. Just make sure that you write something. If you love making videos, make a video. Share it on different platforms. The moment you do that, the moment you start sharing the knowledge, trust me, it will help you in the long run. And especially with the LinkedIn, you basically, when you post on LinkedIn, you are attracting recruiters. You know, those were the old days where you have to send your resumes. Now still we do that, but then recruiters are actively looking people on LinkedIn who are actively posting something. So do that. It's fun. Okay, so let's start answering your question before Heather continues. Shweta says, what will be the format of assignments and on what metric will be graded for obtaining the certificate? See, we will give you assignment, but this assignments is not for us to check how well you are doing or how many marks we should give you. We're not into that format. Basically, the assignments is for you to understand, are you able to complete the assignment? If you need help with the assignment, you can let us know by sending a mail. We will help you with the assignment, but not every assignment for every participants will be checked. And we don't want to do that. We are not into school format. It's more of your benefit. We are giving the assignments. In terms of certification, we have multiple metrics to check before we assign the certificate. So our team does that. One of the main parameter is, are you completing the quiz? Because the main parameter is quiz. Next, in case if you are not able to pass your quiz or something, they might check your presence in the class. They might check your assignment submissions. And based on that, you will get certificate. Okay, so it's mostly the quiz, but if something goes wrong with the quiz, then other parameters kicks in. But assignments is not the main criteria for certification. Does we get notes? So this is the first batch, I think, where we are going to distribute the notes. So we are making the notes from a long time, but it's still in the process. I can't promise you today, but of course, whatever Heather writes on the screen, this notes, the live notes, you will get as a PDF. We still encourage you to make your own notes, but the team is working on building some notes.
So guys, code files also will get every code we write, and the board work and the important key points in the class, which we'll be mentioning, that also will be given to you. Alongside that, our team is making one important key notes, which you can refer alongside this board work at the time of your interview preparation, which will be kind of summary of your understanding and which will help you to be confident in the interviews. Keynotes, all the code files which you do in our class and all the board work, important key points which we mentioned in the live class, that also would be given to you.
Perfect. No. This course is not for the Android applications. How would you convince me? No, this course is not for the Android applications. But what I've observed is, if you know Java properly and Spring, it is easier to move to Android. But again, you don't need to learn Spring to get into Android. But if you want to work in the backend, you want to work in the Android as well, both, then this course will be helpful. But additionally, you have to also learn Android separately.
Anusha, I will tell you. I mean, when to start JDBC servlets and all. So in today's class only, we will discuss that.
Yeah. And don't worry about the recordings. We will tell you when you should be ready for the next topic. are there job or career services? No, we don't provide those things. We wanted to, but then it looks like a scam initially. Promising the job and see, most of the companies don't have a direct tie-up with the company or the recruiters. They go via. It's a hell of stuff. But let's see in future, not now, not in this batch, but in future we might tie up with some companies. But whenever I talk to some recruiters, it always looks like a scam. So that's the reason we are staying away from it. Are you going to cover solid principles and design patterns? We wanted to put design patterns as a part of a course, but unfortunately, then the course becomes very big, and we don't want to spend the entire year in one course. But then when we are talking about Spring Framework itself has a lot of solid principles inbuilt and design patterns. And when it comes up, we'll talk about particular design pattern. So not a separate course for design pattern, but it will be part of Spring. Shubham says, I have a question. Practically, I cannot attend the classes live as my college timing is 8 a.m. And I like to study at night. So I was thinking of for the whole course of the Visco. Can you guide me? Connect with the team. So Shubham, you go to the course page, talk to the team.
And one more thing, Shubham, even if you could not attend full session, you'll be getting the recordings before night. The entire video will be uploaded. Maybe you can watch at the night, and you can ask the doubts whenever you want, weekly once, maybe anytime after the 8:30 you can join and you can ask the doubts. There is nothing that every day you have to ask questions on the same class only. Maybe you are watching the recorded, you are not in the position to attend everyday live session. You have a doubt of last week class, since you are in the recorded mode, you can ask. There is no problem in that. Maybe every 15 days only once you can join in the live class, and you can ask the doubts on that live class on the previous topics also. So option number one is maybe how much ever possible attend the live, remaining session watch at the night, because by the time the recorded videos of the live class will be uploaded and it has the lifetime access. Other courses, we don't have lifetime access, but this course, we have lifetime access. All the live class recordings also would be given to you. So, and there, if you go for the older courses, maybe you don't have anyone to ask the doubts because that is almost over. But you can finish it at in your own pace, because since many topics are over. But this, at least for the 6 months, you have someone who you can ask every day.
Okay, cool. So Heather, you continue. I will join maybe next time.
Sure. Guys, all your questions, again, I'll be discussing after certain time, because most of the answers maybe I'll discuss right now itself in the overview. I will be discussing, allow me some moment maybe, and again, I'll get back to all of your questions. One by one, I will discuss. You can in fact talk to me also. If you want, I'll allow you to speak and you can also talk to me. Is that fine? Everyone, can we just quickly have course overview and technical topic? Then I'll get back to the Q&A and all of your questions will be answered.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next time.
Great.
Early on Monday.
All right. Guys, to start with, quickly in next 10 minutes, I'll be discussing. Please kindly focus here. I want everyone to give maximum focus. To start with, there are no prerequisites. No prerequisites. Good to have if you know something about the programming. If not, there are no prerequisites. We are going to start from absolute scratch. Now, when I say absolute scratch, is it only for the freshers? No. The batches which we have completed earlier, 60% crowd is working professionals, including people with 14 years of experience, 20 years of experience, 24 years of experience also. So this course is both for the freshers students as well as for the working professionals who already know some of the technology. We have everyone to offer with, okay? No prerequisites. Even if you are zero in the programming, I will make sure that you will be 100% dot if you are also practicing at the end of this course. Okay. We will start from absolute scratch. First, we will discuss something on the fundamentals. Even if you know that, the way you will be getting to know after I discuss the fundamentals is totally different. Okay. Fundamentals in general. Then we will start with the core Java, covering all the major topics in the core Java: Lambda expressions, annotations, enums, collections, map, stream API. Every concept would be covered. Okay. So maybe this might take 2 months our time. All right. And our more focus is on Spring Boot and microservices. That is, if you ask me in 6 months how this will be divided, starting 2 months will be focused on the Java, and actual 4 months of the course, major part of the course will be focused on Spring Boot and microservices, because at the end of the day, you are going to develop the applications. You should know Spring Boot, you should know microservices. More focus is on that. Okay. So everything will be covered in the core Java from the scratch till the advanced topic, covering all the major topics. Again, core Java is ocean, can be discussed for 6 months also. Whatever it takes for you to crack the interview, whatever it takes for you to use the core Java for the development, real-time development, and all the major concept will be completed in simplified way. And all of you will have 100% dot confidence, not even 99%. If you are with me, 100% you will be confident. Okay. And this is a recorded session, and this will get recorded. These recordings will be with you. Whatever I say, you have a proof on that. Okay. So this is recorded sessions. I know what I'm talking. Now, after which we are going to give you 1 week of time wherein you have to cover JDBC fundamental videos. You have to cover servlets fundamental videos. And when what to cover, I will tell you. 1 week of time, you just have to start covering this, including SQL. After the core Java, you can complete these things. SQL you can complete maybe after half of the core Java, or maybe minimal of core Java. That is more than sufficient. Okay. This is in the form of recorded, not in the live. This is live and this is recorded. It is not so much of content, guys, because actually in the industry, we don't use JDBC servlet right now. We are using Spring Framework. Then we are going to start absolute scratch, the Spring core. We are going to develop without using boot initially. We will go with XML approach. We will go with XML plus annotation approach. We will go with the pure Java configuration approach. Okay. And then we will start with Spring Boot. You have to understand what is the difference between going with this approach, going with Spring Boot approach, which is easier. And you should tell us, should we follow with XML and annotation approach, or should we follow with Spring Boot plus annotation approach? Whatever you say, you will get the practical difference. People always ask, right, what is the difference between Spring and Spring Boot, Spring and Spring Boot? Spring Boot is one of the way to use Spring Framework. That's it. Spring is a framework name. Spring Boot means it is easier to use Spring Framework. It is easier to work with Spring Framework. That's it. Okay. How easy it is practically. Right now, if I say English words, according to me, has no meaning. Everything should be shown to you practically, because you are here to learn technology, not to hear some philosophy, not to hear English. So everything will be taught to you in a practical manner. In coding wise, you'll understand how they think, these things are different. And all of you will, say to me that please go with Spring Boot only for other modules. Then I am going to start with Spring JDBC without data JDBC and with data JDBC also. Then we are going to discuss Spring Data JPA. Data JPA. Before I discuss Data JPA, during this journey, you can learn Hibernate. There are 20 plus videos easily you can cover. You can learn Hibernate videos before I reach this Data JPA, so that you can understand how these things works. Okay. We are going to discuss on Spring Data JPA, and then we are going to start with Spring MVC, Web MVC. And then we are going to start with the RESTful services, which is Spring REST. Very, very important topic. If you say you know Spring, you should know how to work with REST APIs. At the end of the day, if you want to work with real-time application, it is RESTful services. Okay. And then we are going to start with microservices. Before this, there are associated concepts which will be covered during this RESTful services journey, which is Spring AOP, aspect oriented programming, Spring security, very, very important, Spring security, and the other small topics such as Spring Boot profiles, actuators, HATIOs, and then such as Spring Boot profiles, actuators, HATIOs, okay, and other associated concepts are also there, which we are going to discuss here during the Spring RESTful services journey, how to work with other also. In the microservices journey, the associate concept which we'll be focusing on is Apache Kafka. Apache Kafka will be focusing on the Redis cache. Okay. All the major concepts of microservices will be covered. I'll talk on the Eureka server. I'll talk on the config server. We will talk on the API gateway. We'll talk on the admin server, Zipkin server. These things will be there. Alongside that, Apache Kafka, Redis caches. These are the associate concepts which we'll try to see. In this also, we are going to discuss on the batch processing also, Spring Boot batch. That also we are going to discuss. These are the associate concepts. And during the microservices journey, we will discuss these concepts also. And whatever I've listed, yes, it will be covered, Sushant. Apache Kafka is important. Okay, we will be covering that also. These are the things which will happen in the live. Okay, we will discuss how to test how to perform the unit testing, test-driven development. JUnit videos are there. You have to cover JUnit videos before REST. You need not to be hurry. After Core Java, till I reach RESTful services, whatever time is there in between, in that you have to learn JUnit 5, which my content is there. You can also see my JUnit videos in Telesco YouTube channel. If you just search JUnit 5, my name Haider Abbas, you'll see the Telesco there also you can find, but you will also be given separate videos for that. And I'll be discussing on how to perform unit testing on the REST API also, how to use Mockito in the real time. That also we are going to discuss in this RESTful services journey. Okay. So you can see all of this in the Spring, we will be covering practical, hands-on in the live class. And if you have any doubt, every day you can ask the doubt. All 5 days, I'm open for your doubts. Okay. I'll talk on the debugging part, Vaishal, at the time of multi-threading in Core Java itself. Okay. How to debug the application using Eclipse IDE or maybe IntelliJ. I'll be discussing that also in the multi-threading part in the Core Java itself. Core Java, the major concepts if I have to talk, OOPS fundamentals, OOPS, inheritance, polymorphism, inheritance, association, exception handling, multi-threading, which is concurrency, collection, maps, stream API, generics, enums, annotations, lambda expressions, IO, input, output, all of that also would be covered thoroughly. And we are going to use lambda expressions, stream APIs, okay, enums, annotations in the Spring Boot. So only we are covering that in our Core Java itself. These topics, if you know some technology, you are already aware. If you're new to the world of Java or programming technology, may look so much, oh my God, will I be able to learn it? 100% you'll be able to learn it. You'll have no issues. You will not face any issue. One thing which I expect from all of you is only one Git is given as a recorded, Deepak. Okay, you have to cover that Git. If not, again, I will tell you the advantages of Git also. How important it is right now in the current scenario. If you don't have a good GitHub profile, it is difficult to get the placement. So initially only start learning Git in your free time. Okay. Now here, let me add Git also as a recorded. That is also very, very important. All right, dear friends. So what I'm trying to say is I want only one prerequisites, which is dedication with complete focus. Focus is the key. Without focus, you cannot achieve anything. If you are focused with me, I'll take care of everything. Okay. The best part of this batch is it is just 1.5 hours of live class every day. You can focus easily, and I'll make sure that you will not even feel when this 1.5 hours passed going forward, which you will only feel. If you have seen my LinkedIn post, you can see what is the feedback my students had given to me. And if you have seen some of the videos in Naveen Sir channel, what is the comments I've got? It's sufficient, which you will realize in 1 week. There are two ways. Sometimes the lecture is so boring that you'll be watching your watch. It will be 8 a.m. After 30 minutes, you'll watch your watch. It will be still 8:02. So that way it will not work here. If you see it is 8, and after maybe 5 minutes, if you see, the time will be 8:30. That's how the lecture is going to be, and it will be so much interactive. Okay. So mainly setup installation, which will be easy for beginners to start with, explain simplified manner. It will be helpful. No problem. The videos are there on the setup, how to install any of your IDE in Java. Going forward, example, if I'm using Apache, Kafka, how to install live class, I will guide you. If I'm using some other installation, when I'm working with microservices, how to work with an admin server, how to work with Zipkin server, all of this in the live class only we will be teaching you, so you need not to worry. But Java and Eclipse IDE installation you can easily find in the installation which you have right now with you. Okay, so that if you watch, more than sufficient. Just install. How to use the IDs, I will be guiding you. You need not to worry. All right. And apart from that, every week once we will have a live quiz. Every day. Can I use IntelliJ? Yes, you can use IntelliJ Eclipse. I will tell you what to use, when to use, how to use. I'll be guiding you. You need not to worry on that. Guys, every week one live class quiz will be there. Live class real-time quiz. Who will answer right and fast will be rewarded. So every week you have that quiz. No escape on the quiz part. Latest 21 you can install, Ankita. Okay. 19 also works. 17 also works. 14 also works, but install 21. All right. I will talk on that. Okay, guys. And assignments will be given major topic wise, which you have to complete. After Code Java, if I give 20 questions, if you could able to resolve those 20 questions, that means you are eligible for the Spring Boot. That means you can understand the Spring framework. That's the meaning of it. Okay. And in every module of Spring Boot, you will be given the assignments. That is the judgment, self-judgment for you that I am fit now. I know the things. Quiz and assignments will be parameter for you more than us to judge where you are standing at the end of every major concepts. Okay. Apart from that, we will be having the group projects also. In this batch also, 60% of the crowd is working professionals. In this current batch also, which you are part of it. So we'll be making a group project also. We will be making the groups at the end of Code Java, or maybe at the slow end of Code Java. In between the Code Java only, we'll making the groups, wherein you have to work on the projects of groups also, individuals also. Individually projects you have to do in groups, so that you can get the ideas of others. You can maybe get the help of others. You will be getting into the ecosystem of how in the group you have to work. And luckily, you can also get the participants in your group who are more seniors to you, who are juniors to you. You will get to learn about them also. And that groups will be formed based on the region wise, USA, UK, Africa, India, because so that you can work in a specific time. That is also be part of this course. Okay. We'll be teaching the latest Osama, but Java supports backward compatibility, Osama. So that will have no impact. Okay. Do we have WhatsApp group? No, we do have a community which we can discuss. And once groups are made, it's up to you how you want to engage with each other. Okay. Groups means project groups when we make it. All right. Now, guys, this is the generic overview. Again, after I discuss the technical topic, I'll be open for your questions. All right. With this note, if you have watched the trial, what is the technical topic, you may already know. If you have not yet watched, please have patience for 30 minutes or less than that. Again, I will get back to the Q&A part. All right. I will guide you on that, Priya. We'll be guiding you. In your dashboard only, you have community. How to find out, I'll tell you on this. Great. Guys, with respect to the topics which we are going to cover, I hope you have a fundamental idea, a picture in your mind. Everyone in the class, can I go ahead before taking up your questions? Some people are responding to host and panelists. Some people are responding to everyone. It's up to you. Okay. So I got your response. Thank you. If you have watched my fundamental videos, trial videos, you know some of the topics, but I don't know how many of you have watched. I'll start from absolute scratch itself. Okay. And then I'll take up your Q&A questions. Today, very first day, it's more on how things happens. It's more on the questions than the actual discussions. Okay, Java I'll touch upon the upcoming week on the Monday. Okay, let's go ahead and start the journey. I have one question to all of you. If you have a computer, right now computers are in different form. Your desktop computer, laptop, mobile phone, all of them are computer. First of all, everyone knows this? Yes, Anil, definitely. I'll be guiding you on this. Everyone, what is the most important component in your computer, guys? The most important component in your computer. It is processor. Processor or CPU or microprocessor. All of them are referring to same. Processor, CPU, microprocessor, brain of a computer. Without that, nothing will work. Example, if a human goes in coma, God forbidden, I mean, I don't want to anyone to go there. By chance it goes, heart, everything is working, but without brain, that human is of no use. Similar to that, we have processor, or you can say microprocessor and CPU, without which nothing works. Everyone, tick mark. For everything, I want tick mark and acknowledgement from all of you. Is it tick mark? Yes. Great. The most important component on your computer, I would be representing something like this. This is the CPU. This is your microprocessor, or you can say processor. This processor is of one technology called as semiconductor technology. Semiconductor technology. Semiconductor technology means for you need not to know everything. If you want, you can consult your electronic teachers. One thing I can say, whichever device is made out of transistors, I can call that as semiconductor device or semiconductor technology. If I say this processor is of semiconductor technology, that means processor is made out of transistors. Can I come to this conclusion? To make this processor, what is being used? So many components. One of the major component is transistors. Great. And transistors itself came after 1940s. That's where the world changed, reshaped. Why it reshaped, you'll understand now. Now, guys, the brain of our computer is of semiconductor technology. That means to make this brain, to manufacture this, transistors are used. Great. Now, one more technology, transistors. What is that? Transistor is such a device which understands only two things, either high voltage or low voltage. That means if I say this processor is made out of transistors, transistors are used here. That means processor also understands only two things, low voltage or high voltage. All of them are electrical terms, right? Voltage, semiconductor, transistors. We are here to become software engineers, not the electronic engineers. Correct. That's 100% true. Now, please listen to me. If I say the brain of computer is of semiconductor technology, that means this brain of the computer, the important part of your machine is of transistors. That means it understands only two things, low voltage, high voltage. In the world of software engineering, from the perspective of being a software engineer, low voltage means 0, high voltage means 1. All right. That means, can we come to a conclusion that the processor, the most important part of our device, without which nothing executes? You are able to play the music because of the processor. You're able to chat with your friends because of the processor. You're able to do anything on your laptop, on your desktop, on your mobile phone because of processor only. And the processor is of semiconductor technology. That means processor uses transistors. That means the processor understands only two things, either 0 or 1. Nothing apart from that. Can our processor understand anything other than 0 and 1, my dear friends? Can it understand anything other than 0 and 1s? Why 0 and 1? The reason I have told. Our focus in the entire course till the last day is why part. I will not discuss formality based training here. Why part, I have already discussed. Now, if I want my processor to do something for me, I have to tell in a way it understands. Example, guys, if I say, Man Forshi Khaili Kham Baladi, are you able to understand anything? Hale Shuma Khube. Anyone in the class who can understand what is Hale Shuma Khube? Anyone in the class? I was talking Persian. That's Persian. Are you able to understand that? Why? So if I say processor in something other than zeros and ones, can my processor understand? If I say no. Now I started to write the instructions for my processor. I will say here, maybe I want my processor to add something. I will say 0011. I want my processor to perform the subtraction. I'll write the instructions 1101. For multiplication 0000. For division 1101. Right? Now, writing instructions in style which your machine understands, we call that particular style as machine level language or binary code. Machine level language. Writing the instructions in a form which machine understands, that style what we call is machine level language. In 1940s, for the first time we started to write the program. Program means set of instructions. Set of instructions is what? One instruction, one more instruction, one more instruction. All this set together is a program. Example, if I'm asking open your book, one instruction. Take out your pen, one more instruction. Write down, one more instructions. 3 instructions together is a program. Now addition, subtraction, all these instructions in one place I have written. In which style I have written these instructions, guys? In which style I have written the instructions? Usama, I want you to answer. In which style I have written the instructions? Machine level language, binary code. If I give this to my processor, will my processor understand this? Will my processor understand? 100% yes. It will give you the result also. It was the first time in the humankind, in the mankind, that we could able to build a device where we are asking it to do something it is doing to us. Wonderful. People were so happy that we could able to reach to this. It was in 1940s and 50s. People were very, very, very happy. Writing small instructions is okay. If you want to develop a big application, writing code in zeros and ones, 0011, 0011, 0011, is it human friendly, my dear friends? Is it human friendly? If you write 1 lakh lines of instructions, somewhere there is some error, which 0 you will rectify, which 1 you will rectify. That's when people came, they told, look, I have a better approach. Instead of writing this, I will write here add. Instead of writing this, I will write here sub. Instead of, for multiplication, this code, I mean, this is not the real code of addition, multiplications and all. This is just an example. Don't go and Google it, okay? Now, multiplication, division. That means style of mnemonics comes into picture. Style of mnemonics. That writing instructions in the form of mnemonics, we call it as assembly level language. What we call that as, guys? Assembly level language. Mnemonics. If you know the subjects in the engineering, microcontroller, microprocessor, you'll feel something like this. Commands. Now, if you have an option to write instructions for addition with binary code, with mnemonics, which is more easier, guys? Which is more easier? If you have options, both the options open to you. Which is more easier? Of course, assembly level. Now people started to write program in 1950s almost in assembly level language using the mnemonics. They gave this instruction to your processor to execute. Processor told get lost. What is that? I don't know. Add sub. I have zero idea what you're trying to talk on. Processor is like, you humans made me. You humans use transistors to made me. I can understand 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Add, sub. Not happening. Sorry. I'm not going to tell you what exactly they are. Then what came into picture? They told, let's build a system software. Name of this is assembler. What is the duty of assembler? If you ask me, assembler is a system software which will take this mnemonics as an input, convert that to machine level language. Zeros and ones. Now that zeros and ones, if you give it to processor, will it be able to understand? Will you all be able to understand? The answer is yes, 100% dot. Processor will understand that. Then again, humans are never satisfied with whatever they have. We always look for betterment. This mnemonics is good compared to machine level. It's not also human friendly, so much friendly. A lot of problems are there. If you know the subjects such as microcontroller, microprocessor, they are the syntax is similar to mnemonics. Is it not so difficult if you are from engineering background? If not, you ignore. I will say that it is something very difficult, not so easy also. Okay. That's when people told, why not to use English? Why not to use symbol? Why to use add for adding this plus, for subtracting minus, right? For division this, for the multiplication this, for modulo this. Why all these commands? Why not English? Print means print. Scan means scan. If means if only. Else means else. Are you getting English? Why not English? People told it's a good approach. Writing instructions in English like commands and symbols. We started to call that as high level language. That means English is being used. Symbols are being used. Now people started to write the instructions almost from 1960s. This started. In which style, if you ask me, English like commands. Generally, I can call high level language. If I give these commands to my processor, will my processor understand? Will my processor understand that? I need at least 20 response from all of you. Will my processor understand print, scan, plus, minus? That's when they build one system software whose name is none other than compiler. What is the duty of compiler? To convert this English like commands to zeros and ones binary code. Now that binary code can be understood by our processor. Don't you think every time you write the program, we compile it, compile the program, compile the program. Why compile? Convert, because processor understands only zeros and ones. From 1960s, today 2024, we use English like commands to write the code. Behind the scenes, compilers will take care of converting that. Interpreters and compilers. What is the difference between interpreter and compiler? I will talk on that. Will take care of converting your Java or maybe C code into machine understandable format. Is that clear to everyone present in the class? Yes, no, maybe. All of you present? Great. Great. Today is the day. We write the code in English. And people are complaining to write the code in English that they don't understand. Imagine the developers who are using assembly level language or maybe machine level language. All right. But Java people say difficult. I need 10 days from all of you. Not more than 10 days. You will be able to write the code, 500 lines of code, logical code, without any fear, independently. What are you challenging? Just 2 weeks of classes. We will be able to write hundreds of lines of code. Yes, I'm zero. Please don't challenge. This class is getting recorded. I will catch this point. Please do catch it. I'm really zero in the programming. Yes, I know you're zero in the programming. Maybe you're minus in programming. Then 10 days I need from all of you. If I'm zero using Java, can I write hundreds of lines of code? The answer is yes. If I don't, catch me. Write something about me on the LinkedIn. And that too, you have a recorded session. I'm not just giving you a fake comment. This is getting recorded. Remind me after 10 days. Whoever you are, I don't care. What is your background? I don't care. And after 1 month of time, anyone can sit for a debate that Java is the easiest programming language. If you want to develop Hello World program, I understand Java is the most difficult programming language. But if you want to develop the application, Java is easy. So do you think humans are mad, guys? Java has the highest community support. Java is at the top 5 from 1995 till today. 30 years of journey. Crores of developers are using Java. Are they mad? If something is difficult, will human choose something which is difficult? We are humans, guys. We never choose. If lakhs of developers are there, there is a proof that Java is easy. Remember this point. Are you all getting it? And that you'll realize in 1 month of time. Okay. But 10 days you'll be in a position to write. And you may say you are very weak in programming. You may say you don't even understand. No problem. For you also, I'm telling the same thing. With due respect, to have some patience for the experienced professionals who may already know some of the things. Little bit patience. I want to catch everyone and align in the same pace. Great. This topic, is it clear to everyone, guys? Have you got how programming came? What is that binary code? What is that code compiler? You have an idea about it? Everyone? If you may permit, can I go ahead? If you may permit. Yes, with your permission, I'm going ahead. Let's understand one last important topic and I will take up your questions. Last important topic, I'll take up your questions. How many of you have heard about hard disk, SSD, RAM, processor? Okay, you have heard of this. Let's understand, have a better clarity on these topics. As a software developers, you should be knowing on these topics. I mean, you should know, right? If you call yourself as a coder programming, you should have a clear concept topic on this, because I know people struggle, because when I talk on the memory map, Java is not syntax which I'm going to teach, guys. I'll not teach you syntax of Java. I'll teach you what happens behind the scene. I'm going to talk on the heap memory, stack memory, what happens, how the garbage collector will function, how many stacks would be created, what is threads, everything I'm going to talk. Since there I have a plan of talking that, you need to have a better idea on the RAM, for which I'm just giving you a clarity on the fundamentals. Tell me, guys, which is the most important concepts or most important component in your device without which nothing works? What is that processor? Which is that most important component? If you all may permit me. It is processor, brain of your computer. Brain of your computer. Okay, wonderful. Brain of our computer, microprocessor. It is of what technology I have told? Part of the semiconductor family. Part of the semiconductor family. That means made out of transistors. One part. One more thing you should know about semiconductor technology. What is that one more thing? They are very fast in its nature. They are very fast in its nature. Okay. We know two things. Transistors will be used very fast, it seems. More than that, do the research. For now, what I need you to know, that you already know. Right? This is there to execute the things, not to keep the things. Keeping the things is one part. Executing the things is another part. Are you getting it, everyone? You will keep something in your mind, in your heart. You'll speak something. That is execution. You'll have something. Okay. Here also to think, I have written some program, guys. I have to keep somewhere, right? I have written some 10 lines of program, 100 lines of program. I have to keep somewhere. The place they used to keep earlier is none other than hard disk drive. Hard disk drive. And this hard disk drive is made out of one technology called as magnetic technology. Involvement of magnetic technology is there here. Okay, what is that? I will tell you. Magnetic technology means something wherein to manufacture, if magnetic technology is being used, they are little slow in its nature. Keep this in mind. Little slow in this, don't think, something. In its nature, little slow. Great. I have written the program. I have kept it. Now, if I keep it in hard disk, will these instructions get executed by itself? Who is the one who has to execute these instructions? Who is the one who has to execute this? Understand this. 10 minutes focus, please, guys. Processor. That means I have to send this to the processor. How do I send? I can make use of a concept of bus. Bus means set of wires which will connect two components inside a computer. Through the bus, I will connect hard disk and processor. Why am I using bus? Why am I connecting? So that I can give these instructions. This hard disk used to send the instructions which is there slowly to the processor. Slowly. Within no time, the moment it used to reach it to processor, used to execute and give you the output. Then again, hard disk used to send the instructions very, very slowly. And the moment it used to reach it to the processor, within no time, processor used to execute. Again, processor had to wait for the another instructions to come. Are you getting it? There was a speed mismatch between these two things. Why is slow? It is magnet technology. Why it is fast? It is semiconductor technology. Right? So, because of the technology which is used to manufacture a hard disk, it is little slow compared to semiconductor. So, because of its nature, it used to send the instructions slowly. Because of the nature of your processor, it used to execute the instructions very fast. Please focus, guys. Please focus. Everyone in the class. Don't just watch it. It will look boring. I want you to focus here. What I'm trying to say is there was a speed mismatch between these two components. Whenever there is a speed mismatch between these two components, are important components in your machine, the entire overall speed will go down. Example, guys, to a Ferrari engine, if I attach bullock cart wheels, will my Ferrari go to a speed, actual speed? Engine is Ferrari, no. But if I attach bullock cart wheels, will it be able to use its potential? Don't you think the entire efficiency of Ferrari will go down? All of you are there with me. That is what happening here. They realize enough is enough. Enough is enough. This is not happening. Let's remove them. They realize what is the reason? Why it is very fast? They realize it is something of semiconductor. They decided, let's build one more device which is also of same technology, semiconductor technology. Why? It is very, very fast in nature. And this device we started to call as random access memory. Random access memory. Now the instruction used to be here. We have written the instructions on the RAM. We connected through the bus. And we are sending the instructions. RAM used to send the instructions very fast. Processor used to execute. Before processor comes back to the door, already one more instruction is already waiting. So RAM used to send the instruction very fast. Processor used to execute very fast. Instructions very fast. That means there was no speed mismatch. RAM is sending fast, processor is executing very fast. Sending fast, executing. Sending fast, executing. Are you understanding? There was no speed mismatch. The efficiency of the computer went up. But very soon, advantages they have understood. The advantage is they are very fast. And they are compact in size also compared to hard disk. They are very compact. Okay. That's fine. But very soon they realize there is some major disadvantage of this. What is that major disadvantage? It is costly. It's okay. I can afford. I want my efficiency to be given utmost priority. One more major disadvantage, it is volatile. What is volatile? Volatile means such a device, if you want it to work, continuous power supply has to be given. For a fraction of milliseconds, power gone, data gone. Suppose you have connected UPS, generator, everything. You have written code for 130 days, lakhs of lines of code you have written. Fraction of nanoseconds power gone. Data vanish. Is it a good feature or a very bad feature? Is it good or bad? Is it acceptable, my dear friends? Is it even acceptable? Then they look back to his hard disk. We thought you are a useless fellow. But the advantage of this hard disk is it is less cheap economically. It is non-volatile. Whatever stays in hard disk stays permanently unless you delete. If power is given, power is not given, doesn't matter. They realize we thought this fellow is useless. Let's connect that back. But hard disk is now connected to your RAM. Why? It is non-volatile. Great. Wonderful. My dear friends, listen to me very carefully. We are writing the instructions on the RAM. From the RAM, instructions are going to processor. Yes or no? We are writing the instructions on the RAM. From the RAM, instructions are going to processor. The speed of the RAM and processor is matching because of same technology. They are very fast in its nature. But the problem is, whatever you write on the RAM, will it stay temporary or permanent? As long as power supply. As long as there is power supply. For an instance, guys, on my phone, if I write some number here, you can see there is some number I have written. It will be there as long as my phone is not switched off. I can assure this number will be there. Am I typing on the RAM or am I typing where I'm putting this number, guys? Where I'm putting? On the RAM. I'm writing 1. RAM took 1. Send to processor. Processor responded back. Within nanoseconds, if I write 1, am I able to see 1 on my screen, guys? If I write 1 am I able to see? If you type 1 on your display, are you able to see 1? Are you imagining the speed of processor and RAM working together? Are you even imagining? But if I switch off my phone and switch on, will that number be there on the keypad? Will that number be there on the keypad? No. Let's go. If I want that number to be there on my phone, the process of getting the data from the RAM and storing back on the hard disk, technically we call it as saving. What we call it as? Saving. If I save the number, if I switch off my phone after 10 days, if I switch on, if I search, will the number be there? Will my number be there, my dear friends? If I save it on my phone, that means from the RAM, I'm getting onto the hard disk. So if it is there, that means the number is residing on the hard disk or number is residing on the RAM? On the hard disk. But if I want to execute, example, the video I have saved, I want to execute that video. I want to play that video. Who is the one who is responsible to play the video? Who is the one who is responsible to play the video at the end of the day? It is processor. It is processor. But processor and hard disk, are they directly connected? Are they directly connected? Yes. Are they directly connected? No. Processor and hard disk, guys? No. RAM is connected. Now, if I want this video to be played, it has to reach to processor. Before that, we have RAM. Getting that copy of data onto the RAM for the further execution, that process we call it as loading. That process, what we call it as loading. I know you are a new generation. At least you are in generation, at least in your childhood, you have seen on your disk, hard disk in your laptop, if you have some video, if you play, slightly it will take 1, 2, 3 seconds of time, then it will play. Have you observed that? Once it started to play, it is endlessly play. That means from the hard disk, the video is getting loaded onto the RAM. And once the video is on the RAM, within no time, it will execute flawlessly, because RAM is sending the instructions one by one to my processor. Processor is understanding, and you can watch everything without any flaw. Now, one more question, dear friends. Is RAM directly connected to your processor or is it hard disk? Who has direct connection with the processor? So we also call RAM as primary memory and hard disk as secondary memory. Fine. Huh? Whatever space on your hard disk where data is stored, no, that space, that location, storage area, we call it as file. From today onwards, if I say, or if someone says, if you hear the term file, someone is referring to something which is saved, something which is present on the hard disk. If your manager says, if somewhere you come across file, that means something stored, saved on the hard disk. And if you hear the term storage area on the RAM, we call it as byte. Byte. On the processor, small storage area just to execute that, we call it as register. So only you might have heard, if you're from the CS background, register is faster than byte, byte is faster than file. Are you getting it? Yes, no, maybe. Guys, who will execute anything on your application, your mobile phone, your hard disk, your laptop, in your laptop? Who is the one who executes? Processor. Processor is executes. Where it will get executed, which is a place it will be kept and executed. What is the place name? RAM. RAM. So if something has to be executed, that will be loaded onto the RAM. From the RAM, one by one instructions will be given to the processor and it will get executed. Have you also heard, the more is the speed of RAM, less your mobile phone or laptop hangs. Why? If it is 8 GB, maybe 4 applications, if you at a time open, 4 applications will be loaded onto the RAM. And if you try to open 8 applications, your laptop, your mobile phone slow down, right? But if you add 16 GB, you can load more applications. Your laptop will be speed. The reason, are you able to understand? Now, my dear friends, have you got a generic perspective which an engineer must know? If you say yourself an engineer, technical guy, if you say yourself as a technical guy, you should be knowing it. The fundamental, again, this is a lengthy discussion. I can discuss on the RAM, ROM, maybe for 4 hours or 10 hours, not needed. We are here to learn programming. But what I felt is, before knowing programming, at least my techies know some fundamentals. They should have a clarity on the topics. I hope all of you have now picture in your mind how programming came, what is binary code, what is compiler, what is that code we write, what is processor, what is RAM, what is hard disk, what do you mean by saving, what do you mean by loading, why the RAM should be of high GB, bytes, why it should be like that. Do you all have idea, my dear friends, everyone present in the class? Can I say my audience who is going to attend my lectures, real lecture starts from the Monday, guys. This is fundamentals. From the Monday, knows fundamentally, they are strong, they know processor, hard disk, RAM, all that generic idea they have. Can I say that? Great. So that ends the fundamental discussion of the very first orientation day, right? Like the way you have understood this, I can assure you, even if there is a dot in the programming, each and every one of you will be in a position to understand that dot also. 100% dot, you will be getting the clarity. Whatever energy you saw right now, you will see the same energy at the last day of the lecture without any problem. It is my guarantee to give you clarity and confidence in every topic you are going to hear. And my approach is 98% I go with the practical, even inheritance, everything I explain to you by writing the code. Unless there is a need to explain you the control flow, I will go for the pictorial representation. Majority of the concepts I'll try to explain by coding it. Okay. SSD is solid state device, advanced version of hard disk. After so much of research of 40-50 years, they came up with something called as SSD. Little faster than hard disk, slower than RAM, faster than hard disk. because of which your speed of your system will get even more better. But SSDs are still getting corrupted. So much of GBs of SSDs are not available. Still, it is in the development stage. It is not fully in use. High GBs of storage, if you want, people will not use SSD. Still in the progress stage. It is like an enhanced version of the hard disk. Okay, Karthik. Permanent storage only, little faster and enhanced version of hard disk. Advanced, it's little more faster. Okay, great. All right, guys. If I have guaranteed you before these 2 lectures that 10 days of time you give it to me, 10 days of classes, you can write, not 10 days, 8 days of classes, you can write hundreds of lines of code. Even if you're zero in programming, you can trust me. Are you able to test? Can we install application on the RAM? It will install on the RAM only, Sushant. It will just get stored on the hard disk. All programs and concepts, please explain why with simple examples. Already multiple trainings I have attended. I will, Karthika, I will explain with the coding only. Everything is on the coding. I will not explain the theoretical. Don't worry on that part. Okay. Don't worry on that part. Not data. Rupan, data storage place is a byte, not the data. Data is data only. A place where data will be stored on the RAM is bytes. Okay. Great, my dear friends. Now, next week onwards. Yes, theory is lengthy as compared to Sama. That is the reason I go with practical. If I said 2 months I'm covering Java, means I cannot keep writing the diagrams, right? I have to go and show the things in the code only. Yeah. Cache is something which is further closer to the processor. Temporary storage only. If there is a frequently asked data, a request that will be stored here and that will be executed faster than the RAM. Okay, I'll talk on that before talking on the Redis cache. But these concepts, are they clear, guys? Everyone in the class, those who are focused, those who are not focused, sorry. You cannot do anything. But those who are focused, for them, my question is, those who just thought something theory and here and there, KFC. I'm telling compiler. Oh, okay. Then again, somewhere here and there, laptop, when the coding will start in the class. Oh, hard disk. And that way, thank you. Great, guys. The journey of Java, I'll start from the Monday's class. These are the fundamentals. Okay. Whatever is needed, I will talk on that. What is server? Whatever is needed, I will talk on that. Okay. I used to work on the notepad where I'm not saving the files after restarting. Still, that means it is auto saving, Rupan. Saving is must. There is no alternative for saving in 2024 also. Saving is the must and should if you want to get into hard disk. Whether you are saving or it is auto saving. That's it. Eclipse also auto saves. There are many IDs, many applications which has the functionality of auto save. Okay, Rupan. All right, guys. Before I talk on the Java, which I will discuss from the Monday's class, does VS Code has? Maybe it has autosave. I have not used much. I have used it, but it's been long. I have used VS Code. Long in the sense when I've recently worked with the React is on 2022. After which 2 years, maybe autosave it has. All the IDs we have that. Java will discuss, guys. So our focus will be detailed Java for 2 months. That too, most of the concepts are practical approach. Unless if I have to explain some of the data structure. Example, priority queue uses mini-heap data structure. To explain the mini-heap data structure, what happens in the priority queue, I may have to take the diagrams. Okay. So Java will be 2 months of focus and then 4 months will be on Spring Boot and microservices. All right. Great. Yes, Hari, you can watch these videos, technical concepts. We have just discussed on the processor, hard disk, RAM. The videos are available on your dashboard. Okay, even for the free trial, it is available. And we just discuss what topics we are going to cover. All these topics, the board work will be given to you. What will be live, what will be recorded. Okay. And the course overview we could able to give. How we will discuss, how much spend time for the Java. More focus on the Spring Boot and microservices. that we have discussed, and we have discussed some of the technical concepts, and we had some of the Q&A. Again, we will have more Q&A, and this board work also will be given to you guys. And this video also will be uploaded. You can access this video and you can also watch it in 1.5x speed. Okay. What is that? Sir, I often hear of 5 Java platform edition, Java standard edition, Java enterprise edition, Java micro edition, Java car divided edition. Nothing. 2 editions are important, Basse. One is Java SC. Java SC means core Java. Java EE means servlets JSP. Okay. Yes. We will try to do that. Okay. It will be uploaded on your dashboard alongside your video. Once it is uploaded, I will show you, Tanmay Kumar. I'll take up your question, guys. Let me share this file, and one by one, I will take up all of your questions. If that is fine with you. Even if you want, you can talk to me. Let me finish some chats, and then if you want, you can talk to me also, guys. Okay. Introduction to new Java classes. Or maybe I'll say here, class 1 fundamentals, class 01 fundamentals. Anyone has any problem in, okay, in the understanding of my lectures, guys? Like, are you able to understand what I'm trying to talk? Yeah, sufficient. Okay. We'll be developing so many projects, Karyappa. Every project you can mention on your resume. Make sure your GitHub profile is active. When it comes to project connection, from where to where it goes to debug, I will tell you, Kritika, in the multi-threading, I will teach you how to use the debuggers of Eclipse or IntelliJ, okay? Which technology SSD uses is it same as magnet technology? No, they have advanced. See, magnet technology is not fully magnet technologies even for the hard disk. It is a part, one of the major part is magnet technology. Many technologies involves here, okay? Likewise, for SSD also, some advancement they have done. Just read the IEEE paper on the SSD, okay? You'll get the clarity. No problem, Usama. Start using it. There is Git lectures which will be available on your dashboard. Start watching it. Can we also use Spring Tool Suite for few sessions if possible? Yes, we are going to use that, Shweta. I am going to use it. There's only hard disk, Madhu. Guys, there is a lengthy discussion on the types of RAM, ROM. I don't want to get into this because that is again more of the theoretical. You should not be knowing it. If you want, you can do the research and you can do it. But I just want at least, see, whatever I'm teaching, no, that is something which I expect from my learners to know, because based on the plan I have in the upcoming classes. Okay. For full stack developer, will this course enough, or we need to do some? This course is more than enough, but you have to learn HTML, CSS by yourself. In the front end part, we will not be teaching here, Suresh. The entire backend full stack, unit testing, SQL, Docker, Jenkins, everything is a part of this microservice Spring Boot. But the front end designing part, you may have to learn UI, UX, or HTML, CSS. Any YouTube channel you can watch. You need not to buy anything. Okay. All right. Anything more, dear friends? Will help us to know what software to install? Yes, Raghav. For now, guys, in your course dashboard, there are videos of installation, Java and either IntelliJ and Eclipse you install. Java plus IntelliJ and Eclipse, not more than that for now. I will tell you what to install, when to install, other parts, okay? Does we use Spring Boot in the WebMV Studio? Yes, yes, yes. We are going to discuss that, Usama. Not so much relevant, but you can learn it. Not relevant, Jyoti. Kritika, thank you. No problem. If any questions, please do ask, guys. One by one, I'm taking up. Please introduce yourself, like your journey. Okay, Shan. Guys, actually, my brother has his own IT company. So in 2014 itself, I was exposed to the IT company and ecosystem. Even when I was second year of engineering or third year of engineering, I was exposed to the world of programming. I learned it. Before engineering, I finished my engineering. I was in a position to develop the softwares, and I started working as a software developer. And then due to the passion, I went to the teaching field, and again I get back to the development. I felt it is not so good, and went back to development. I worked for a developer, and even today I work for development. I take freelance jobs, I take freelance projects. In recent time, full-time development I have left, and I involved in some of the open source project. I'm involved in some of big project for one of my client. Uh, and also part-time, I also do the teaching, early morning, late evenings, and weekends. Full day I don't teach. I have a lot of work of development. Sometimes I don't even respond to my messages on the LinkedIn because I'm busy. Part-time teaching in the sense early morning and late evenings. Full day I don't have time to teach. Sometimes if I free, I take some corporate trainings for some of the big clients. That too if I have a time. Okay. And I am using Java from 10 years now. 2014 is where I learned Java. So I have a good hold of that. I have taught 45 Java batches and 20 plus Spring batches. So total number of students I have trained is around 30,000. Corporate trainings also have done, big MNCs have done, freshers have done, university have done, and working professionals have done. Everywhere I have done it continuously. I have taken also the batches where 2 years back where the class strength was more than 4,000. I have taken every kind of batches only on the office work, not during the office work. Okay. Okay. That's my experience. Are we going to use MySQL? I'm going to use PostgreSQL also. Some of the applications will be building it. You can apply for all the Java, Spring Boot, RESTful services, microservice related jobs. Okay. Guys, you can see on my LinkedIn, I have shared that day some of my LinkedIn real-time profiles, what my students have given the feedback after attending my classes for longer time, which you will also realize. Impact of Gen AI on development. There is no impact. Good to have skills. Later you can learn it, Jyoti. I mean, it's good to learn skills. No, I'll not be using that, Kritika. Good impact. I mean, once you learn development, then only you can learn Gen AI. I mean, you don't even know how development works. Can you directly learn Gen AI? Not possible. In this Zoom, very less students. Very less in the sense half of me also can manage. Because it's early morning batch, we have less crowd. I can answer all of your questions. See, if there are hundreds and thousands, then I'll be getting so many chats, right? Yes, yes, one kind of rail I'll get. But right now, all of you can each other see everyone's chat, right? So am I able to respond everyone? That much crowd. Getting Osama? Number of students you'll get to know in the project development. Many of them have gone for the self mode. They have joined, but they want to learn in self mode. Yeah. Yes, you can easily go for backend, and if you learn bit of front end, then you can apply for full stack also. Okay. In this course, covering brief information, covering some short. No, detailed information. Brief means short only, Jaya. Brief means short only. Brief and short, both of them are same. Brief or detailed, if you ask me, detailed. I have aimed to create an enterprise level Android application. I used to have an idea. Do you think? You learn Core Java properly, and then you can go for the Android development, Karthik. You will have 100% idea on the Core Java. Android development is a different course altogether. I'll not be using Android Studio on this. I'll show you development. I'll show you that part, but not Android development. Sir, my English is very, very weak. So the course is very, yes. So are you understanding my basic English? Guys, my English is also not so good. I'm also from the village background, Halli background. So am I speaking in very fluent, hi-fi English? I am also using basic stuff, very, very high hello English. So it's been me in 11 years in Bangalore, so I know some part of it, but I'm not English expert. Do you think I can get Java 8 certification once I finish this course with good intention? Yes, you can, Shweta, but however, certification preparation is different. You have to focus more on the code snippets, not only understanding the concepts. So code snippets you have to focus. That means a little bit focus preparation on certificate level questions. You have to do it, but you'll have good idea on all the concepts, but preparation is little different. I mean, you have to focus topic wise. Okay. Topic wise is okay, but code snippet focus you have to give more. Is this course will cover everything about for Java developing? Yes, everything, Jaya. 100% dot it will be covered. I mean, almost everything will be covered. If you want, I can give you some reference post of my LinkedIn, guys. What students have to say after attending the courses. You can get that. To get confidence on me. Okay. And attend my 1 week of classes to get more idea about my teachings. You already know Naveen sir. He's a great. Everyone who knows Java, who also knows this part. Okay. Let me just share some of my real-time LinkedIn post, guys. People can say it is good or bad. So that post I'm going to share with you. You can just see that. You'll have idea about uh, who is standing in front of you. Okay. What students have to say about me rather than saying anything else. Please share me scope of Java development for everywhere there is a scope. Recently, only some of my students got placed in USA. So you will be able to understand everything from the scratch, Naveen. I hope if you are part of this today's class, are you able to understand the concepts if you have attended today's class? You will find in your course dashboard under the fundamentals. Let first video gets uploaded. I will show you. You will understand everything, Naveen. I have zero expectation. I hope, Naveen, you understood from what level I've started the teaching. Like the level where from scratch I've started means you can imagine coding what level I will teach. You will have no idea, no problem on this. Navina. Okay, Navina. Guys, one of the LinkedIn posts I've shared on me, I'll share a few more. This will give you idea about me. Yes, next week, fundamentals of Java, Kritika. After collection, you can start Karyapa. Yes, you can cover Java. Javiria, to use AI tools or Gen AI, you should know development, right? Then only you can use it. Can directly use Gen AIs or AI tools without even having the idea about development. Guys, 2 posts of LinkedIn I have shared in the chat. I'll share a few more posts that will give you some insights on what people have to say, Uh, 2, 3. Will I miss any concept while learning this course? Or will you everything detailed, Jaya? You need not to. If there is something hand only, coding only I will teach everything, Jaya. I will not. This theory is just to explain the control flows, fundamentals. Everything will be developed by writing the code. It's code, right? At the end of the day, you can become developer by doing 2 things, guys. Reading the code, writing the code. Understanding concept will play a role, but developers you will become only by doing 2 things: writing the code, reading the code. So our focus should be on coding rather than anything else. All the course subject lecture will teach, or anyone then Naveen sir will teach. No, me and Naveen sir only. Nothing apart from both of us. There is no lecture will be taught to you without both of us. Okay, it's we both. So guys, I have shared 2 LinkedIn posts. I will share you one more LinkedIn post maybe. You just go through, this as a feedback to know about me because I'm new to you. Naveen sir is known to everyone. 3 LinkedIn posts, I hope sufficient to know about me. Timing of this course is 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to, and every class after 8:30 doubt. Every day you can ask the doubt. That means every week 5 times you can ask the doubt. Live to me. Apart from that, this course recordings, live class lectures also would be uploaded. And more than that, it will be available for lifetime. Yes, you can access. I will be uploading 8 recorded course videos in this particular course, Padma Samir. It's your choice, Usama, but here little bit detail will be there, and 2 months of time is, you can imagine, 14 hours of content and 2 months of time means you can imagine. But anyway, you are part of this course, no? So no worries. You will be getting in-depth Java only. We'll be coding in parallel during the live class. If you have 2 screens, Karyappa. If not, I will write one program. All of you will write one program. And then after 1.5 hours, if I ask you how much you have covered in today's class, 2 programs you have covered. Because people will say, wait. After the class, you can do the coding. I will be teaching coding only. Learn it. If you have 2 screens available with you, then you can do parallel. If you have only 1 screen available, how can you do both things together? And 1.5 hours, we can cover only 1 or 2 programs. But in the Spring Boot and microservices application grade application, which we are going to develop, no, it's a big programs. I need 1 hour in the class to code it. If you do parallelly, then course will go for 2 years. But if you have 2 screens, go parallelly alongside me. If you have 1 screen, no, single screen, after the class, you start the coding. Any additional topic will be added in case any topics related to Java which are demanded as program. Yes, Sarinder. If there's something more, if you want me to cover, I will be covering. It's a live course, right? I mean, you can talk to me. You can say to me, okay? Because that's the advantage of live class, right? We can have interaction with each other. How many hours to code and how long to become top Java developer depends on how much time you spend. Minimal spend 2 hours of coding in every day. I mean, after certain days, you should know Java properly first. As much as you code, that much better you will become. How much ever you try to code it, okay? But do code it. No one can become developer without writing a code. Remember this point. You can understand the concept, but at the end of the day, you have to code in the company, right, to survive. So how much ever you code, the better it is for you. Thank you, Rupan. Which recorded lecture should we start? Right now, need not to. After some days, start GitHub, then start SQL. Okay. I will tell you when, what to watch, guys. I will tell you when, what to watch. I think, guys, I have shared you 4 posts of me on the LinkedIn to show you. They are LinkedIn posts. I mean, what people have to say on the comments and everything, please observe. Just I'm sharing with you guys so that you can get confidence on me. I'm not also some inky ponky donkey guy. Naveen sir, it's not easy to stand in Telesco and talk to you. Okay. Go through some of these LinkedIn posts. 4 I have shared. You'll have idea about me. And rest assured that I will stand out and fulfill all your expectations. You will not have any disappointment from me. I can assure you on this. Okay. I can't do this course in the morning because I have class in the morning. I have free time in the afternoon. So I can, any chance I can learn. You can watch the recordings there. I mean, these videos will be uploaded. All the live lectures will be uploaded. Immediately within 3-4 hours, you can watch the videos. And if you have any doubt, morning 8:30, you can come and ask me every day. Okay. Because this course has, Jaya, more of them are experienced professionals. Full daytime, normally they are not available, right? So if we want to switch to Java domain from another domain with having minimal knowledge, but without having Java industry knowledge, what points must consider to switch like? Whatever you're learning here, Javeria, please add that in your GitHub profile. 6 months of code if you add, including Spring Boot microservices level code in your GitHub profile. And if your interviewer sees your work, that you will be in a position to answer very good Java questions in the interview. Anything they ask on Spring Boot Java, you can answer. Maximum things you can answer. And if you showcase your work on the GitHub that you have done some good work on conditionally in Java and Spring Boot, they will consider that. So skills at the end of the day, Javeria, you should know Spring Boot, REST APIs, RESTful services, Spring Data JPA, applications and JUnit, unit testing, Mockito, Docker, Jenkins, all of that is a part of this course. So if you mention those skills and what you have done with those skills on your GitHub profile, definitely the chances are high. Okay. Is this course has one-time payment or we can pay per month? You can reach out to our team, Jaya. There is a per pay also, I guess. I'm not sure. Reach out to the website. WhatsApp number is there. or you can just reach out to that number, call or reach out to that number. They will explain you the payment part. Okay. Sir, in other programming language C#, is there no need to download a set path of development kit? So why we need in Java? You need to have in Java, every programming language also will have its own structure. Here also, every programming language has to be installed. The way of installation will be different. That's it, Osama. Okay. For lifetime, Jaya, you'll have lifetime access to the course. This is lifetime course. It is needed, yeah. It's something external which is not there in our system. No, everything has to be installed. The way to install will be different, Osama. You cannot use something without having that. You should have it. Guys, whatever courses recently have covered, no, all the courses, 60% of the crowd is experienced professionals. We had architects with 24 years of experience also. And trust me, doesn't matter who you are a fresher or 20 years experienced developer here, you will be satisfied. You will be getting the things which you should be knowing in the course. Okay. It's my guarantee. That's sufficient. No problem, Jaya. Karthik, I am not sure on this. Financial part, our operations head and sales head will take care. Please reach out to our team on the number on the website. They will help you on the payment part, Karthik. What options are available, how they are different to each other, they will explain you. But there are some options as far as I know. Okay. We have a team. Reach out to the number. They will definitely respond you and they'll definitely answer all your queries. Yes, very good decision, Hari. I mean, Java has more scope compared to that. And doesn't matter what you know about Java, I will take care of everything. You have trust on me. You will be confident to use Spring Boot microservices Java. You will be confident, not just you will know it, you will be confident. That confidence, I'll give it to you. You just be with me till the end of the course. Okay. Maybe in 6 months, if you have good skills of Java Spring Boot, the chances will be high. Do I need maths for it? Not needed. Not really. But you need maths. Do you know addition, subtraction, division, multiplications, modulo, Jayakumar? Like, do you know addition, subtractions, and all of that? That much of math, do you know? Multiplications, sufficient. But if you want to get into the machine learning field, you should know good maths. Not here. Okay. Data science, machine learning, AI, if you want to go, then you should know good maths. Not for the development. Fundamentals. If I say in the pattern programming, if I say the logic 2 into 3 into 2 by 2, I mean, if you know that, sufficient. Not more than that. All right. Any more, my dear friends? Which company prefer Java? Almost all the companies which want to build a scalable enterprise-grade application, they prefer Java and Spring Boot only. Especially the fintech industry, insurance, banking, healthcare industry is fully dominated by Java. If you want to develop portfolio website, a simple website, a web applications, or maybe for your company you're building web applications, then Munstack is being used. Unless if it is a big project. If it is small projects, then mostly they may use Munstack. Or maybe they want to create a mock of the real development they want to go, then Munstack. If you want to develop a website for your company, Munstack. So how to practice code snippets for Java. Many resources are there on the websites. First, understand Java very well, Anil. The first priority is you should know Java properly. Then step by step, you should get into the code snippets part, not directly code snippet. You don't even know, then you're not able to understand. All Java you complete, then there are so many series available you can watch and you can prepare for certification, because certifications are different every time, every year, every exam, the different patterns will be given. You have to, even if you are a Java developer, you have to prepare that separately, focused on the certification. Majority of the companies are product based, those who use Java, small ratio of project based. No, all the projects in the big companies and product based companies, they are on Java and Spring Boot only. Yes, it will help, not mobile app, Abhi, not the mobile Android app. That will not teach here. It is good in India, but not, there are some recession now. There is impact of Europe and US in India also for freshers. But I don't know anyone who is really good in Spring Boot, Docker, Jenkins, microservices, Java, Mockito, everything. They are very good and they don't have job. I'm not sure if there is someone like that. Thank you, Navina. And guys, it's not just today. Every day we are meeting. Every day you can ask the questions. So if something you feel maybe unanswered, not a right time to ask, no problem. In upcoming classes also you can ask. Okay. Thank you guys. And also I have shared my real-time 4 LinkedIn post to know what students have to say about me who have already learned from me, to more on to more on me, to know more on me. So you can see that LinkedIn post if you want to know more on me. And apart from that, you can be part of my journey for 1 more week. You will get to know, because of course you should know about your instructor. Okay. Yes, Swing is related to Java, but I'm not going to teach Swing. It is outdated, Shweta. How can I access these lectures? Mobile app also, web app also. We have mobile app Telesco also, Jayakumar. We have web application also, Telesco. You can log in once you pay. Dashboard will be there. The course access will be there. Okay. Anyone would like to talk to me? Let me know, or we can end up the session. Every day you can ask me the questions, guys, and go through my 4 posts, go through these videos, be there with me for 1 week. Anyway, you have a time of 1 week, I guess. Even if you're not okay with the course, you can go for the refund. Okay. So no problem there. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was wonderful session. I hope you could able to understand the technical concepts also. It was more of a non-technical discussion today because of so many questions. We'll be focusing more on the technicality from upcoming classes. Yes, you will see that. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, every one of you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. We'll meet again Monday and continue the journey of Java every day. If something is missed out today, you will have anyway all 5 days time to ask me questions. So you will not be missed out. Okay. Thank you so much for being with me in today's class, and we'll meet again in the upcoming classes. I want to switch my domain from my current domain, Pony.js. I worked in web apps initially, mobile apps. Can I still continue? Yes, 100% you can continue, Jayvira. We don't have expectations. We'll take care of everything. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, every one of you. We'll meet Monday, Indian time, 7 a.m. Based on your time, you can decide what time it will be. Right? Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for this. Thank you. Meet you on Monday, guys, exactly at 7 a.m. Indian time. Thank you, every one of you. Thank you all.